friendlings, welcome back to my channel. So today I really want to speak to you about getting halfway, being pregnant, and basically to have a bit of a chat with you. I feel like the first 20 weeks have gone so fast. I feel like this is my pause moment because I am losing weeks here, losing days. I don't know where the last 8 weeks have gone at all. Since we had that scan, everything has gone like 50 miles an hour. I think because people know now, it's more of a topic of conversation. I mean, me and Ollie have been looking at prams, beds, cots, nursery furniture, clothes, everything we can think of, and I'm really glad that I'm filming this video today because tomorrow, the 19th of November 2018, we will find out the gender of our little bundle of joy we call Bean. It's going to be the weirdest feeling knowing what gender they are. I think it's going to put everything into kind of perspective. Not perspective, that's the wrong word. I think it's going to make everything a little bit more real. And we're both a little bit nervous really because we're so excited and we just want to know everything's okay. I mean, I have got quite a bump on me now, if you guys can see. So yeah, so this is a little Bean at the moment. But anyway, so let me take you through the last few weeks. So the last time I kind of got to talk to you guys was when me and Ollie announced to you all that we are pregnant at the 12 weeks, and we got to show the scan and we got to show everything really. And from that point, because everything went so fast, I didn't really get a stop moment each week to actually film videos. I mean, at about week 13, 14, 15, in that time gap from, I want to say it's probably about week 14 more than anything, I stopped feeling sick. And it wasn't as easy as waking up one day and stop feeling sick. It was a progression thing for over about 4 days. I started feeling okay one morning, so I thought, right, I'm going to take my C-bands off. I'm going to try and get through a day without even thinking about them because I was worried that I was going to become reliant on them. They're not tablets or anything. If you guys are feeling really, really sick, I recommend them. Even if it's something that makes you think that they're working, amazing. So they're just these purple bands, which I have here. So they're just purple bands. They go on your wrist, and I wore them every day. I didn't wear them at night times. I only wore them throughout the day, and they just stopped to make me feel sick. They're called C-bands, and they're about £8 just for a pair. And if you're feeling really bad, £8 is probably the best price out there. It wouldn't really matter how much they cost because at the end of the day, if you want to stop feeling sick, then this would be something I would recommend. So in kind of like week 14, that's where I started to stop feeling sick. And I think because my life started getting back on track with normality, I think that's why then I started losing time. So I wasn't really able to update you guys as much as I really wanted to. So week 15, I felt really good. I was getting some nausea here and there, but it wasn't anything bad. People were commenting on how good I looked, which is obviously a nice feeling considering that I felt absolutely crap the weeks running up to that, from week 13 week 7 it was, I think, looking back at my videos. I started to feel really, really bad. So yeah, so that is kind of that overall. So with the sickness, started feeling sick at week 7, did not stop until week 14. So 7 weeks that I had horrendous sickness. I didn't throw up at all. It was just more the fact of feeling sick, and I'd have to eat at every moment that I ever felt sick. The C-bands helped as well, so I definitely recommend those. So moving into kind of week 16 to 17, I felt amazing. I felt this is like, even now, so week 20, I feel incredible. I feel so good. I feel so active. I'm still really tired. Some people that may pass, but I still feel really, really exhausted. Not as much as before, like I'm able to do things. We've started sorting out some of the stuff for the nursery, so even this weekend. So I felt so much more active. But yeah, actually I'm just going to say from week 17 through to now, I felt like the top dog. Brilliant. I don't know, I know that some people still struggle with sickness over this time, but me, I've been really, really lucky. I just haven't. So everything's been really nice. This has been kind of the period as well where I've started to get bigger. Clothes aren't really fitting. There was a moment a few weeks ago where it literally just was like, I can't fit anything anymore. I have to buy new clothes, which is really exciting because at least I know Bean's okay and really, you know, going for it, shall we say. The things that I've kind of noticed over the last week, I actually felt Bean move for the first time, which was, when was it? It was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend, or maybe the weekend before. We were in Mothercare, funny enough, walking around, and I had this bubble sensation, and it was the weirdest thing, like from just below my boobs, and it was sat there, and the only way I can describe it, which is the weirdest thing ever, is it felt like somebody was blowing bubbles into milk. That is how it felt. It felt like bubbles inside, and it was the weirdest thing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for a good 5 minutes after that, thinking, am I gonna burp or fart? I did not burp, I did not fart, so I just figured it was Bean. It was a completely different sensation from anything else. But the reason I say like bubbles into milk is because when you, like as a kid, when I used to blow bubbles into water, you don't have as much pressure. You don't have to use as much pressure to get the bubbles going. But in milk, you had to give that a little bit more. So that's the reason that I'm thinking it's more milk, like blowing into milk rather than water. So that's kind of the sensation that I felt. Weird, I know. Obviously, some people feel like a flutter or like that sort of thing. I definitely didn't. I definitely got the weird end of the stick. I don't know what Bean's doing in there, but clearly blowing bubbles into milk is like their new thing to do. What else have I been feeling? So over the last 2 weeks, so weeks 18 and 19, I felt a lot more out of breath. Even like now speaking to you, I don't know whether you guys can tell I'm a little bit out of breath. I think it's like talking a lot. I need to get like more oxygen, obviously. That's what out of breath is. But the biggest thing I've noticed is climbing stairs. So being at home is not too bad, but I think once I've climbed the stairs, I'm not really doing too much. Whereas we went to the range last weekend and I had to climb 2 sets of stairs, and by the top my heart was pounding and I had no breath at all. Like I got Ollie to like feel my heart because it was just absolutely racing. Like I struggled so much. So we're definitely getting the lift more now, just to kind of ease myself into walking, shall we say. We go away to Wales this week, so we find out on Monday, tomorrow, what our gender is for our baby. We go to Wales on Friday for a long weekend with Beck, Josh, Zoe and Josh. So let's just say that I'll be taking it very, very easily up there just because of the out of breathness. Luckily, they're expecting me to be slow, which is quite good. But yeah, I mean, over the last few weeks, it's just been, I just really wanted to film this just to kind of press pause, as I've said, and kind of get all of my feelings out there to you guys, because I realise that the closer I get to the other side, like into 3rd trimester, because I'm in the 2nd at the moment, obviously I'm not going to remember things, and I seriously have baby brain, really badly. Feelings at the moment, so I'm really excited, I'm nervous, which is going to be normal. I think it's kind of, I'm not overwhelmed, I'm just, you hear all these stories about how, you know, like all of the bonding moments and making sure everything's perfect and not forgetting anything, and I'm so conscious that I don't want to do anything wrong. I'm trying to remember everything, but at the same time I'm trying not to delve in too much, because I'd much rather just enjoy the moment and hopefully it will come naturally. I mean, there's obviously things I need to know and I am looking those up. I mean, there's so much things that I'm so much more aware of since reading books and things about babies and all of that jazz. I think it's just, I'm trying not to overwhelm myself, which is what I said in the other video. I don't want to get to the point where then I don't remember anything, because then I'll be annoyed at myself for not remembering. It's a very, very fine line of trying to do this right. Talking to people has been really good though, so if anybody else is kind of feeling like that, I've been talking to a lot of people about like what they do, you know, the experiences they had. I mean, especially like equipment wise and what to use and things like that. Me and Ollie are blown away by prams. Like, we're using videos on YouTube mainly more than anything at the moment, because there's so many new things. Like, it's all well and good like asking like your parents, or I don't know, even people who have got like 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds. A lot has changed. So YouTube videos have been our main thing. Fleur de Force has been our main sole person to watch, same as the Scalonis. But we even bumped into, me and Ollie went to the same school. We were in different years. Ollie was in the year above me, but we had the same PE teacher, and we actually bumped into him just now before at Aldi, and he was telling us all this great stuff, and we were just asking for advice on things, because it's just like everybody's opinion is so different. Trying to take that on board as well is quite like, oh my goodness me, like, are we doing the right thing? Like, are we getting the right things and stuff like that? So just make sure you get a broad overview of everybody, really. That's what we've done. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to get to, is just asking everybody, really. I mean, what else have we been doing? Food-wise, how have I been with food? Food has been cravings. Let's talk about cravings. So I really don't think I've got any. Like, there is not a moment where I'm like, oh my goodness, I could really go for... I haven't had that. I mean, the only thing I am craving is a lot of sweet stuff. I'm eating a ton of chocolate. I'm eating a ton of sweets. I'm eating a ton of like cake, that side of stuff. Don't know why, that just seems to be the thing I want. I mean, there, admittedly, chocolate is in something I've been craving more than anything. Like, I'll just go through chocolate like anything right now, which is never I normally used to do. I know everyone will be like, oh, it's women, etc. But no, I did not do that. I am always and forever will be a sweetie person. I am still eating a lot of sweets, but chocolate at the moment seems to be like Aero. I don't know what I do, I just literally devour it all. I don't really think, actually, thinking about it, I don't think there's much else really that's happened since 7 weeks. I've covered the sickness, I've covered what we've kind of been looking at. Gender obviously revealed tomorrow, kind of like for me and Ollie. I'm going to do a video, so I will let you guys know, but obviously with... Yeah, no, actually, I don't think I'm going to put it on Instagram straight away. I think I am going to do the YouTube video first, because YouTube's my favourite platform anyway, so I think that'll probably be the best way, and I've got a really cool way of announcing it to you guys. So sickness, kind of the feelings over that. It's got a lot better. Work was really happy, like when I've told them. It's been quite, like, talking about like maternity and work, been fine. Like, my work's absolutely fine with it, but there's a lot into that you have to think of. So cravings and food we've covered. I'm just eating kind of carbohydrates, really. I haven't eaten apples now, so there is a lot more like fruity stuff in my diet. But apart from that, not really a lot's happened. I don't know, I'm gonna try and do some more videos of kind of like what's helped me through the first kind of 12 weeks to 20 weeks, so you guys, if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's just kind of done a little bit of an update for me and for you guys, really. Like I said, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. I can't even think about the words. But I will see you guys all next time. I'm very, very excited to find out what Baby Bean is tomorrow, and I will definitely let you know as soon as possible. So keep an eye out for that video as well. In the meantime, I will see you guys all next time. Bye!